Welcome, Rhonda here with Foods 101. Today I'm showing you how to make this fantastic carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. Absolutely everyone loves this. The ingredients you're going to need to make the cake part is 1 1/2 cups of whole wheat flour, 2/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil, 4 eggs, 1 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger, 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 cup of shredded sweetened coconut, 1 cup of chopped walnuts. If you'd like to use pecans, you can. An 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple. We're going to drain the juice off of this here in a little bit, and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. And of course, the star of the show are carrots. You're going to need 1 pound of whole carrots, which is 16 ounces, and I'm going to show you how we're going to shred this in a little bit. So let me show you what we're going to do first. Add your whole wheat flour in a medium mixing bowl along with your white flour and your baking soda with your salt and your spices. Now with a whisk, we're going to incorporate these ingredients really well together. And it is smelling fantastic already with all those fabulous spices. We're going to sit this off to the side. Drain your 8-ounce can of crushed pineapples in a sieve over a medium bowl, and now we're going to sit this off to the side, and you may want to use a spatula to really push out all the excess liquid, because we're going to use this pineapple that's been drained in our cake. In a large bowl, I've added my 4 eggs with the buttermilk, the vegetable oil, the white sugar, and the brown sugar. And on medium-high with the hand mixer, and I'm going to break that brown sugar down. We're going to beat this, and you're going to add your teaspoon and 1/2 of vanilla with about 30 seconds of beat time left. I've just been beating this for about 1 minute. It doesn't take long. Next, I'm going to show you how to grate those carrots. For your pound of carrots, you're just going to use a paring knife and you're going to cut off the ends. And I put this on parchment paper so it'll be easy to clean up, as you can see. And I use a vegetable peeler and I just peel it. Okay, and once you get this done to all your carrots, which is a pound here, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to grate it. You see how easy that is to clean up, and you can just throw this in the trash. I've got all my beautiful carrots prepped, and look how gorgeous that is in color. I've added another piece of parchment paper, and I'm grating it the old-fashioned way with the large holes in your grater here. If you've got a food processor and you want to use a food processor to grate your carrots, by all means do, but I'm manually doing it today. I'm getting my exercise in. Now once I finish this, I'll be back and I'm going to show you how we're going to get our cake together. Make sure you've got your 3 8-inch cake pans sprayed with a little Pam is what I'm using, because you definitely do not want your cake sticking to your pan. And at this time you want your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. To the oil sugar mixture, we're going to add our flour mixture. This is a very important step. And to this, we're going to add the carrots. And the reason we're putting it in this order is because you don't want your carrots or your coconuts or your nuts or your pineapple to sink to the bottom of your cake once you start baking it. And that is not going to want to come out, so I've got my spatula there, but you see how nicely it's drained. That's definitely what you want on your pineapple. And before you start really mixing it, kind of coat these ingredients into your flour mixture, like your carrots and your coconut and your walnuts and pineapple. All right, now we can get in here with the spoon. Make sure we get it really well incorporated, and until the dry ingredients and the carrots and the walnuts and coconut are just barely mixed into our cake mixture. All right, and that looks about perfect. Now, to our 3 pans that we've prepared, and I've estimated there's about 9 to 10 cups of cake batter here. We're going to distribute it equally into our baking pans. I've been using a measuring cup to put at least 3 cups in each cake pan. That looks absolutely perfect. You want to just evenly distribute it. Shake your cake pans. Make sure there's no air bubbles. And now these are off to a 350-degree preheated oven for the next 30 minutes. Cakes have baked, and if you could smell the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the ginger in this carrot cake, and I haven't forgotten about the cream cheese frosting. I'm going to show you how to do it here in a little bit. Oh my goodness, I wish you could be here and smell how fantastic it is in my kitchen right now. We're gonna let these cool for about 10 minutes before I remove them from the tray, and I'll be back. To make sure they've completed baking, you're gonna use a toothpick. If that toothpick comes out clean, you know your cake is baked. I'm gonna show you how to remove the cake, and I love using these little plastic knives because it doesn't scratch up your pans. We're gonna go around, we're gonna give it a shaking, and you see it'll come loose from the bottom. Once we get it loose from the bottom, we're going to take our cooling rack, flip it upside down, and there you go. A beautiful 1-layer carrot cake. Now I'm going to show you how to make that cream cheese frosting, but before you frost your cakes here, they need to be cooled completely. So I'm going to give them another 1 hour to cool completely. For the cream cheese frosting, you're going to need 4 cups of confectionery sugar, or you may know this as powdered sugar. Some of you in the world may know it as icing sugar. You need 8 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature, a 1/2 cup of butter at room temperature, 1/4 of a teaspoon of pure orange extract, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Now, let me show you how we're going to get this fabulous icing together. Add your cubed cream cheese into a medium mixing bowl, along with your butter, and with a hand mixer, we're going to whip this together till it's nice and creamy. Once you've got these 2 ingredients combined, we're going to add that teaspoon of vanilla extract and the orange extract, and we're going to whip this together. We're slowly going to start adding the powdered sugar a little bit at a time until we get all those 4 cups of powdered sugar incorporated into our butter and cream cheese mixture. This should take about 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, this is what that fabulous cream cheese frosting looks like. Look at that, how fabulous. Now we're ready to assemble the cake. I'm starting with my first layer of cake here on my cake platter, as you can see there. And we're going to add about a 1/2 cup of frosting in between each of our layers. And I just use a spoon, or if you want to use a knife, you may, to spread it out around the edges. And leave about 1/4 of an inch on the edge, because when you add your other cake layer, it may mash it. Whoops, and I got that a little too close to the edge there. It may mash it down into where the icing will come out around the sides of your cake. Now for my second cake layer. And as you can see, I'm adding my top side of my cake down. So the bottom part that came out of the pan is going to be up. And again, we're going to add another layer of that frosting, and whoo, it smells so fantastic, y'all. Wish you could be here to smell it. And also, it's a really warm, humid day here, and my butter and cream cheese has really softened, but once I put this in the refrigerator, it's gonna firm up and it'll hold the cake together a lot easier. And now for my final layer. Well, see, I think you can see that there. I'll pull it up just a little bit. We're gonna add a dollop of our cream cheese frosting right here to the top. Oh yeah, it's gonna be one fantastic cake. And we'll go around the edges just like this until we get the top layer on. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, and now, oh my gosh, this is going to be fantastic. Now for the sides, I've got a little trick that I always use. I'm adding pieces of wax paper, or if you want to use tinfoil, you can, but this is both tinfoil side and your actually parchment paper side, because we don't want to dirty up our cake platter. All right, and I've got a little cake there that's stuck on the end of my finger. And we're going to go all around until we put these under the cake. And now we come back with our frosting and we come up to the sides. So now we're going to frost the side of the cake. Oh my yums. Look how fantastic that's going to be. And just bring it right up. All right, you get the idea? Here's my 3-layered cream cheese frosting carrot cake. Oh my goodness. And does it look absolutely scrumptious. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the refrigerator for the next hour, and I'll cut into it and tell you what it tastes like. But there is a big secret. If you leave it in your refrigerator overnight and bring it to room temperature the next day, it's even better. So off to the refrigerator. Make sure you cover it if you're leaving it in overnight. I've had my cake in the refrigerator for about an hour, and now I'm gonna remove these pieces of paper. And you can see how lovely it keeps your platter. Whoops, we got a little bit of, just make sure that you remove the cream cheese off the paper before you pull it out from under it. Oh my gosh, and this smells so delicious. And I tell you what, it's an extremely heavy cake. When I was taking it in and out of the refrigerator, oh yeah, it's extremely heavy. So you gotta handle it with care. And see, look how beautiful the edge of your cake platter is gonna come out. Oh yeah, it's real pretty. And then you can even go back with a paper towel and clean it up just a little bit more. All right, so there we go. Now back to the refrigerator after we remove all of our paper pieces. Oh yeah, see how gorgeous that is? Oh yeah, there we go. We got it, we got it. And looky there, oh yeah. Now back to the refrigerator. Time to dig into this carrot cake. Oh my goodness. Oh my wows. Ooh. And then we're going to slice it down the middle. And oh my gosh, it's a hearty cake. And now let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, looky there. That scrumptious, delicious carrot cake. And I'll put it over here on a plate, as you can see, right here. Oh my goodness, I better lie it down because I have a feeling it's gonna fall. But look how beautiful that is. Oh yeah, gotta give it a try. Here we go. And if you could smell the spices. Beautifully textured. Absolutely the perfect amount of ingredients. The nuts just make it a win-win crunch. You got those lovely carrots, but you really can't taste the carrots. I can taste the pineapple, I can taste the cinnamon, the nutmeg, a hint of ginger, and I can taste that orange extract there on the frosting. This is a win-win carrot cake with your cream cheese frosting. You are not gonna be disappointed with this cake. Look inside that beautiful carrot cake. Oh yeah, and look how beautifully frosted it is. Absolutely fantastic, y'all. It's absolutely the best. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment here on YouTube or Instagram. Thanks a million for watching, y'all, and I'll catch you next time.